Tammi Reiss has a third player for her next season and her first season at Florida. Now, she already has Shaquille O'Neal's daughter, Mallory O'Neal, who, by the way, was second leading scorer, led in rebounds and blocks as a guard. She led in rebounds and blocks. Now, Kelly Ray Finley was a good coach, but when you've got a guard leading in blocks and rebounds, little worrisome there. The other player that's staying with the team is Jade Weathersby, who was a forward. Not that impressive. Uh, Shooting percentage, not bad at all. Miara O'Neal, on the other hand, had very impressive numbers. 52.9% field goal percentage, 38.1 3-point percentage, but 74.2 free throw percentage. So, balance that out a little bit. Jade Weathersby, is, she started out at UAB, and this past season didn't have quite the impact that she did at UAB. But it's UAB. But now they have signed Mallory Miller from Butler. And at Butler, she was the leading scorer, led in assist as a forward. Mallory Miller is a forward and leading in assist. The assist situation there was a little worrisome, which could be why. She also led in blocks, but considering they were 12-9, 8 in the Big 12 or in the Big East, it's understandable when I break down the numbers here. Mallory Miller looked like she was doing her best. It really does. She came from Arizona State, did good things at Butler for what Butler was. Um, but I'm looking at everything, and now, mind you, Tammi Reiss has said he's excited to welcome Mallory to the Gators family. Skilled, versatile offensive post, can score on the low block with their back to the basket, and has the ability to face up and shoot the three ball. Her offensive versatility fits their system really well. Checks every intangible box for Tammi Reiss: work ethic, coachability, competitiveness, and hunger to improve her game through player development. So this is going to be, you know, not bad, I guess. I'm worried because when you take a look at, when you actually take a look at what Butler was last season, they weren't really much. Um, but Mallory Miller has said that she is appreciative of her time at Butler. Uh, Her being able to get back into big time basketball, and she's going to be a junior coming into this season, so that'll be good for her. I don't. She had to take a season off from the looks of it. I'm looking at everything, and it's the South Dakota native has possibilities. So we're going to cover her by the numbers, as I always do. Also, before I get too far into it, there are going to be three different things up on this screen from Academy Sports and Outdoors, different products for Florida fans. So if you like Florida products or you want to show your pride for Florida, you've got some choices there. Now, let's get into this. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics, do a little basketball and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Neyland, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it. Okay, Mallory Miller played 31 games, 25.1 minutes a game, 9.6 points, 4.4 rebounds. A guard actually led in rebounds on that team. 2.7 assists as a forward, zero point 0.4 steals, 1.1 blocks, led in that category. 3.4 turnovers, though. 39.8 field goal percentage, 31.8 3-point percentage, and 76.8 free throw percentage. Her shooting was not that good. She made 113 of 284 field goals, 43 of 56 free throws, 28 of 88 3 points, scored 297 points for the team, 135 total rebounds, 16 offensive, 119 defensive. So she is defensively minded. I will give her that one. 84 assists, 104 turnovers, though, 13 steals, and 35 blocks. Led in blocks by a great deal. You're looking at a team that had 32.6 rebounds. That's not that good. 62.2 scoring a game on average. When you're scoring that, when your leading scorer makes 9.6 points a game on average, and 62.2 points is not surprising as their average score. 14.4 assists weren't making a big impact there. 6.5 steals a game, 2.8 blocks with one a game, with 1.1 of them coming from Mallory Miller. 18 turnovers a game, not a very disciplined team. 42.6% shooting from the entire team, with 31.7 3-point shooting. It wasn't an impressive team, but Mallory Miller was one of the more impressive players on the team. One of the two more impressive players on the team. Sanaya Jackson, their guard, was the other one. I'm looking at these numbers, and I mean, she seems like a solid player. I will give her that. She is doing her best. When they lost in the first round of the Big East tournament, she scored 15 points, had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, but 2 turnovers. Field goal percentage of 35.3%, and didn't shoot 3-pointers, and had a 75% free throw percentage. Now, against Hall, where they won that one 62-55, she had 19 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 6 turnovers, though. 58.3 field goal percentage, 42.9 3-point percentage, and 100% free throw percentage. Against game before that, against the Paul Blue Demons, they won that game 71-64. She had 7 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, no steals, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 33.3 field goal percentage, 75% free throw percentage, no 3-pointers. They actually had beaten Georgetown before that, where she had 6 points, 2 rebounds, 100% free throw percentage, 66.7 field goal percentage. But I'm looking at these numbers, and at least she's teaming up with Miara O'Neal. Miara O'Neal really does look like she can be a star. So, little questionable. I mean, when you look at her numbers, but if she's coachable, she's played big time basketball, maybe it's just one of those. Butler just didn't have the coaching that was necessary for somebody like her. Before her 1 year at Butler, Miller spent 2 seasons at Arizona State, only one of them counting, and 27 appearances, including 4 stars. As a true freshman, she averaged 3.2 points and 2.8 rebounds per game. She went on to miss the entire 2024-25 season due to an injury. Um, she, you know, Kelly Ray Finley having to leave Florida. By the way, Kelly Ray Finley is now on the on the Virginia staff. Sorry. Um, she's the third leading winner she had in program history as a coach. She also didn't have a single season that she didn't. She averaged 18 wins a season. Got them to the NCAA tournament one time though. That's why she was gone. I am glad to see that Miara O'Neal is staying at Florida. I like Tammi Reiss. James Weathersby, I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about her. Um, but Tammi Reiss has a hard rebuild. If this is only her third player, she's got a hard rebuild. And at least she's got a star with O'Neal. And Miller looks like a good second choice to get the ball to. I think Tammi Reiss's biggest problem with Mallory Miller is going to be, hey, let's get you into a forwards role, uh, and get some discipline in your shooting. With that discipline in the shooting, that could definitely help with the turnovers that she does. 3.4 turnovers a game on average is not a good thing. But she knows how to block. I got to give her that. 35 blocks, that can improve. She's willing to get in there and steal the ball. She's not a selfish player. And she does rebound. So, I mean, she's got some positives. She just needs to get some discipline in her game. And I think Tammi Reiss, considering where she comes from and what all she's done, I can see her instilling that into Miller. I really can. I'm not saying that it's a bad choice. I'm just saying it's a puzzling one. Something must have really impressed Tammi Reiss to want to sign Mallory Miller. And hopefully we will see it next season. Florida picking Tammi Reiss, I think, was a great move. But she's having to be cautious on who she brings in. I am hoping to see what she sees in Mallory Miller next year. I really am. But you know, so going to be a long summer. It's going to be until we get to those first games to be able to see if she's going to be able to do good next year. With a lot of her team gone, rebuilding takes a while. But we'll see. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Hey, folks, before you leave, if you're can't become a member via my YouTube channel, which that's for my thinker. I've also got sports. I've got a Patreon. If you really, really want to help me out, I would be much appreciated. But hey, hitting like, hit subscribe, hit commenting, all those things really help me out. Have a good day.